My name is Villioti. Join us as we unpick the threads of our creative fashion community, always remembering our values of nurturing, being commercially savvy and extraordinary. It's a crazy place filled with fun, passion, dedication, and so much laughter, which we love.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to our show. As you can see, I'm wearing my mask. I have adjusted it so it doesn't slip down anymore, and we're ready to go. So I'm in my office on my own, so I am going to remove my mask. It's perfectly safe so that you can see me and we can talk clearly. Also, if you've noticed, I've had a haircut. Vanessa cut my hair finally. I think she did a pretty good job. So difficult these days with the hairdresser. Anyway, I'm here to explain to you about the students and their show. This was an assignment that they had to complete within 2 weeks and 1 day. We don't have all our students at the institute at the same time because of COVID, but we are on a much lower restriction lockdown, so we're allowed to have a certain amount of students as long as we follow protocol, and all the classrooms are cleaned every time there's a new group going in. But usually what we've done with this group, everyone had to stay within their rooms, so we opened up the whole school, so each team had to work in their own space, and it was 3 in a team. And this assignment was that each team had to create one look of a general chosen theme that they chose. The experience was like, take command and do what you want using your team, choose a subject and design for that and put together a collection, and at the end of the day you're going to show it as a show. So the garments you're about to see, there's 14 of them. The guys, they didn't do any menswear, but our male students just wanted to model. So we said to them they can walk in whatever they're wearing. So they haven't made those, but what all the girls are wearing, they have made. So the theme that they picked was punk ballerina. And they did this by voting. They all threw in ideas and discussed. They decided every time they asked me a question, what should we do? It was like, you need to decide what you're going to do. I wanted to empower them so that they could feel that they were achieving something on their own and taking control. So the students that were involved with this were the first year diplomas and the second year diplomas. So the second years are the team leader, and the 2 first years are part of the team. So the learning skill was for the second year is how to keep your team motivated so that they can get the job done, and also to keep it light, to keep it happy. And I must say they did a brilliant job. They absolutely loved it. But the cherry on top was them organizing the show. It's not our main show that we have usually at the end of the year. At the end of the year, around about towards the end of November, beginning December, we have this huge fashion show with about 1,000 people, and it's the highlight of the year. All the students show on the show, and that's what they all look forward to. But unfortunately last year with COVID, it was not possible. So we will be having an even bigger show once COVID is over, because we have last year's students showing and this year's students showing. So this was just a little experience that we wanted them to have to raise their spirits and morale, because I think for me, as being an older generation person, it's much easier to stay home, and I'm quite happy at home with my dogs. I'm happy. But for young people between 19 and 25, this is their time of their life where they meet their friends and they go out at parties and they go out having fun, and this has all been taken away from them. So this was something for them to enjoy and look forward to, and they really did a great job. Of course, their skills are not quite there yet, so don't judge them on their skills. They weren't allowed to bring in anyone else into the institution to model for them. They had to do the whole thing on their own. So the models that you're seeing are fashion students, but what they loved was that they had total freedom to do whatever they want. Whenever they came to ask me, can we do this, can we do it, I would say to them, you decide, you weigh up the pros and cons to it, and you make the decision. And if you make a decision as a team and discuss it, you'll end up with the right decision. But they absolutely loved it. So I hope you enjoy it, and don't be too harsh on them. They're only young. Let's keep their spirits high. They're all gifted, amazing young people. Thank you and enjoy.
My balloon dances for me. I see and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. My balloon dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. My balloon dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. Dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. I swallow the little place. I see her, I cannot resist. I ask for the simplest of kiss, but baby, don't lie like this. Baby, don't lie like this. Baby, no lie like this. My balloon dances for me. I see it and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance. My balloon dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. It's wonderful like a place. I see her, I cannot resist. I ask for the simplest of kiss, but baby, no not like this. Ballerina, dance, dance, ballerina. Ballerina, dance, dance, ballerina. Dance, dance, ballerina. Dance, dance, ballerina. Ballerina dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. Ballerina, dance, 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 dance. My balloon dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. My balloon dances for me. I see and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. My balloon dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. My balloon dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance. My ballerina dances for me. I see her and I cannot believe. It's wonderful little place. I see it, I cannot resist. I ask for the simplest of gifts, but baby, don't lie like this. Baby, don't lie like this. Baby, don't lie like this. My ballerina dances for me. I see it and I cannot believe. Dance, 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 dance. Dance, 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 dance.